You ever wondered what a $1,000 balloon setup really looks like? Well, in this video, I am going to show you that and a little behind the scenes on all the expenses and all the time it takes to install a $1,000 balloon setup. If you're new here, then nice to meet you. I am Connie Armstrong, also known as Black Balloon Girl. I am a creative business brand strategist and also own event rental company, and I do balloon setups, throne setups, anything that has to do with a birthday party or baby shower. I'm your girl. So don't forget to like and subscribe this video if you learned something, and then also if you are here till the end, I have a special free offer for those of you that need a little more help in your business or want to start your own balloon business. So let's get started. Expense we have are these PEX tubes that I bought. They are 1 inch by 10. Then we have these mattress bags that are twin size. So I got 2 of them. And then I got the Gorilla Tape in white. And then I got a coupler tube for the 2 poles. I also have my toolbox that I'm going to need. It's a 2-section toolbox. I use this all the time for my events, so a lot of the stuff that I have in it is already kind of pre-packed as far as like scissors and tools. But I usually take out this top part and just load up all my supplies in the inside because both compartments are very deep. So in total, our supplies are about $212.66, and that includes our balloons. Next, I am going to be covering the metal portion of my stand. So I'm using stands that I already have, and instead of covering it the short way, I'm actually going to cover it the long way. I started to cover it the short way, and I realized that that was going to take too much time. So I covered the stands the long way, and that's why I got white Gorilla Tape, is because I wanted to use the white Gorilla Tape on the black metal pole to make it look like it was the same color as the poles that I purchased. Next, we're moving on to inflating our lilac color. So we're going to inflate all of our sizes. So I have the 24-inch in my right hand and then the 11-inch in my left hand. And we're going to make a pair with those. And then we're going to do that 2 times. So I'm going to have a pair of 24 and then a pair of 11. And then this time I'm going to do a pair of 18 in my right and then 11 in my left. And we're going to tie those together. And then this is going to be coupled with the 24-inch pair, and that's going to make our quad. So that's going to be the formula that we use. And once you combine your quads, the way you combine your quads is just take 2 of the balloons that are loose and put them as close together as you can. Hopefully you can understand by this video. And then you're just going to twist them together just like how we twist the 2 pairs together. And once you do that, you have a quad of 8. Next, we're going to blow up our 5-inch lilacs. So I'm blowing up these and measuring them down to about 3 or 4 inches. I want to try and keep them as uniform as possible. So I will be like every now and then in this video, like comparing the 5-inch against each other so I can make sure that they are the same size. I want them remotely the same size, but I still want them to look a little more organic. So that's why I'm holding them up next to each other to try and make sure that each balloon in the pair is about the same size. And then I'm tying them together in pairs. And the one thing I didn't record was making them into ropes, which is basically what I'm doing. Blowing up our white balloons. This I only had two sizes, or two of the large size. So I had an 18-inch and I have my 11-inch, and I'm blowing those up, rounding them out like I did with the other balloons. I think, oh yeah, I think I had a hole. Um, but I'm blowing them up, rounding them out by pressing against my washing machine, tying them together, and then creating another set of pairs and quads. So that's one pair that I'm going to set to the side. And then we're going to get another 18 and 11-inch. So our formula for the white is going to be two 18s, two 18s in one quad, and two 18s and two 11s in one quad. And then we're going to combine that together in the quad. And then you're just going to slip the next pair in. That's another way you can do it instead of combining the quads. These are the 6-inch link balloons. And these I haven't worked with a lot, but I do like using the white link balloons for like a pearl look. So these are similar basically to 5-inch. The only difference is that they usually come in a pack of 50 instead of 100 like the 5-inch do. So I'm still blowing them up like the 5-inch and rounding them out to about the same size. And then I'm turning them into pairs. The only extra thing that you tend to do with link balloons, because there is a little bit of excess, is that you will have to cut off some of the neck, because it does look kind of weird. And then instead of like turning them into quads or clusters or anything like that, with these you're gonna, if you see the little nozzle on the end, or the little, like, I don't want to say nipple part, but the little extra piece on the end, that's why they're called link balloons, because they have that extra piece and you're actually going to link them together. I have all of these linked together. I'm actually going to show you guys how I connected them to, or the little trick that I use to connect them to the garland is I'm actually going to use a 260 and tie it to the end to make like a loop. So then that way that loop is already there. So when I'm on site, I don't have to do that. I can just start adding these pearls, these necklace pearl looking things into the garland without having to do much assembly, because I've already prepped. So for my extra white balloons, these are 5-inch. I bought a bag of these just in case, but I'm just making like some loose quads that I can use as fillers. And then I'm tying a 260 to these. And I did this with the purple ones too, like any extras that weren't in the ropes that I made, which I'm sorry I didn't record that. But I'm just making these little teardrops because I wanted to have those on hand. So these are all the balloons. I already had a third bag. So these are all the balloons that I blew up and assembled. And we're gonna load them into the U-Haul. And then in the back of the U-Haul, you'll already see the two chairs that we're using, because this is a wedding. So I'm gonna end up taking out the chairs last. So I'm loading in basically from last to beginning. So whatever I'm gonna set up and basically assemble last. So this is my bag of purple like lilac fillers that I'm tying down and putting in the U-Haul last, because those are the ones that I'm going to be using as fillers and to add dimension. So I don't need those right away. I'm going to use those near the end of my setup. So far we already talked about the total of our expenses for the supplies, which was $212.66. And then with this U-Haul and gas, we're actually going to be spending $252 for the U-Haul and then an additional $75 for gas. So that that is our expenses so far. And we'll talk about prep time. We'll add in the prep time at the end. With these bases, they're pretty heavy duty and they're very strong. But my original plan was to cover these with the tape. That's why I got a big roll of the white tape, because I was going to cover these with the tape. But what actually is going to save me time is I just used these white trash bags that I already had, and I covered them with the white trash bags. And then, which the only difficult part was it poking out of and I think these are 13-gallon trash bags. So I probably, if I would have planned this out, I probably would have used a bigger trash bag so I can center it more. But these are just traditional, stretch trash bags that you can find. And this is trash bags are a good alternative because most setups have like a white color or a black color in them. So I'm covering them for two reasons. One, because of the color of the base. I don't want the black showing through because it's a wedding and there's a lot of white. And then two, I'm covering them because with the metal and it being hot, and this is going to be outside, kind of, not direct sunlight, but some sunlight is going to be hitting the metal. You want to cover things that are metal that are touching your balloons. You want to cover them with tape like this because the metal heats up. And if that metal heats up, it's going to actually pop your balloons. So that's a tip that I learned from another balloon artist. And I always try and share that with people that are, in their beginning stages, because it really is something that can help. So I forgot to start recording when I started setting up, but here's what I got so far. I have the tubes connected with this metal coupling that I showed you guys earlier, and they are going directly into the stands that I have. And so I'm going to add some fillers, or I'm going to show you guys how I connected the fillers. So some of the fillers are going to be like this, where they're just like a loose pair of large balloons along with along with a quad of a certain color. And once I had my base basically set up with my main balloons and my main like color pattern and color blocks, I just had my son kind of stand back and tell me like where the gaps were. And so this is a way to add in basically like large balloons along with small balloons. So then it looks it looks a little more fuller and adds dimension. Another thing I was doing was adding a quad to the end of the pearls. So that way when I added in the pearls, I was also adding in one of the quads. So I'm using, in my left hand, I have the loop that we constructed. And then or not in my left hand, but I'm just basically using that quad combo with the pearls to add the quad to a certain section. And then the pearls, I'm just extending out and kind of looping that to that little loop thing that we had, just so it looks like the pearls are kind of cascading down and hanging down like a necklace. And my total prep time was 2 hours. My travel time was 1 hour. My on-site time was hour and a half, and my breakdown time was 30 minutes. So in total, I used about 5 hours of my time, and at a rate, my personal rate is $40 an hour. So that was actually $200 total. And that gave me a profit of $260. So this is what goes into making a $1,000 balloon garland. And hopefully you guys can see all the work that was put into this. And hopefully you learned something. So hopefully you like this video and you are thinking about your balloon setups a little more in detail and making sure you write down all the expenses and everything that goes into creating your events, because one thing that as balloons artists and as creative business owners, we tend to forget about our time. We tend to forget about all the little extras and details that go into creating our creations. So one of the things I want to work with you on is getting clarity on that. And so I have a free offer that you can have a 15 to 30 minute call with me, video call or just audio call with me, to really strategize and get clear on what you're trying to offer, what you want your prices to be, and basically create a foundation for you so you can build your business in a clear way. Because a lot of the times your customers aren't buying from you because they are unclear on what you're offering. And if you're unclear on what you're offering, then it's going to be hard for people to trust you. So click the link below or click in the card, QR code, something on the screen that'll be available for you to book a call with me and get you on my calendar so we can work together and build your creative brand.